of Public Works and Transportation, Mohammed Safadi, toured the devastated southern suburbs. He confirmed that the government and Hezbollah will coordinate in the reconstruction effort. He also accepted a French gift in the form of the construction of 6 bridges, 70 trucks and bulldozers, as well as other types of assistance.
Starting from the Hreik neighborhood, the Minister of Public Works and Transportation, Mohammed al-Safadi, began his inspection of the southern suburbs. He toured the devastated areas and noted the progress Public Works has made in removing the rubble. This is the first phase of the reconstruction effort. The Parliament member Ali Amar, who accompanied the Minister of Works during his tour, thanked the ministry for its efforts. Safadi responded by confirming that Hezbollah and the ministry will work together in the reconstruction. Minister, after the process of removing the rubble is completed, will the government's role be to assist in the reconstruction, or will it pay compensation to the citizens?
Hezbollah's position was clear. It confirmed that whoever lost their home, it will be reconstructed for them, it will be rebuilt for them. Whether it is Hezbollah or the government, at the end of the day, our goal is to serve the public and serve the people.
What is your duty, Minister?
This is our duty. As a government, this is our duty.
Is it the duty of the ministry and government or of Hezbollah?
Of course, the government is responsible for the reconstruction. Hezbollah represents a large segment of the Lebanese government. It has a presence in the ministries and in the parliament. Hezbollah's position and the government's position always complement one another. We do not want to say that each one has its own position. The two positions are one.
The work in the southern suburbs was partitioned into 70 areas, where nearly 500 machines from the Jihad Company were tasked by the Ministry of Works to remove the rubble and transport it to the areas near the airport, filling an average of 2,000 trucks a day. The process of removing this rubble is expected to take about 45 days, according to the minister. At the Beirut port, Minister Safadi accepted a French gift in the form of 6 steel bridges, 70 trucks, and bulldozers, as well as other assistance. The charge d'affaires in the French embassy, Joseph Silga, said the first bridge to be constructed will be the Damour Bridge. The other bridges to be rebuilt will be in the areas surrounding the Litani River.
The French were shocked by the displacement of 1 million Lebanese, the killing of children, scenes of devastated neighborhoods in the southern suburbs of Beirut and southern Lebanon, as well as the bombing of bridges which links to all areas of Lebanon. We will work to reconstruct these bridges.
The Lebanese government reiterates its commitment to the Security Council resolution and calls on the United Nations and the international community to pressure Israel to carry out its obligations according to UN Resolution 1701 and to remove the siege that it is imposing in Lebanon, which is in violation of international laws and UN treaties. We are waiting for France to continue its efforts to achieve this goal quickly in support of stability in Lebanon.
Minister Safadi indicated that French forces will be tasked with assembling the steel bridges.
It's been over 2 weeks since Israel ended its military war, but families were still burying their dead and coming to terms with the destruction of their homes as well as their villages. Sarah Khouri leads us into a journey of the southern Lebanese village of Zibqin.
This is the story of Zibqin, a southern Lebanese village, a 15-minute drive from the Lebanese-Israeli border. In order to reach this land, rich with tobacco and vegetation, one will need to pass by Sidon, the capital of southern Lebanon, and the city of Tyre. Both were built on the shoulders of century-old trade and the fishing industry. But nothing can prepare you for the journey and what you will find at your destination. Casualties, until now, at least 23 civilians. Missing, scores. Homes completely destroyed, at least 80%. Homes partially destroyed, some 20%. Homes intact, 0%. The cause? Israel's war on what it calls terrorists. Let's take a look at its targets.
My brother was martyred on the 13th day of the war. He was entering my grandparents' house as he was going up the stairs. The building was hit. He was martyred along with my aunt and her 3 daughters, my uncle's wife, her son and daughter. My other aunt and my grandmother, only 5 members of the family, including myself, are still alive. I used to go out with my brother, spend a lot of time together. Now, all that is left are memories. It's hard.
On Wednesday, we spent the evening with our friends and neighbors. My friend, her mom and family. We were celebrating because she graduated from high school. Hours after they left, they were killed. I miss her a lot. Both our families were very close. They all died.
About 100 meters down from the rubble of this home, the destruction of which took the lives of a family of 13. On our left-hand side, you will find Abu Hassan's home, sandwiched in between 2 collapsed buildings. Tobacco plants, basking in the sun, ordain the entrance of the home, while up the stairs, the woman of the house welcomes you with a warm smile, breaking the cold shock of this unsightly and broken castle. A home like no other, it now boasts a peculiar panoramic view at the heart of the living room and an outdoor kitchen. These are features that were certainly not intended in the initial blueprint of Abu Hassan's dream, a dream he says has crumbled in front of his helpless eyes.
I had hopes and dreams, but they stole my dreams. I won't leave my house. It cost me my sweat and blood. We have no tears to cry. I have one question. Why did they do this to us?
Feelings that do not escape any age.
I'm very sad. We had hoped to build Zipkin and make it known for its beauty and not its weapons. Israel stole our dreams and we tell her that we will rebuild Zipkin.
Their lives have been destroyed once again due to Israel's aggression, leaving them with no money, no electricity, no water and no cattle. Their friends, neighbors and loved ones have perished or fled, but their warm Middle Eastern hospitality is still intact. They welcome visitors with open arms and offer them all they have left, a warm cup of tea, accompanied by stories of better days and their hope for the future. Hassan recalls witnessing Israeli friendly fire, which resulted in casualties that left behind puddles of blood underneath her children's bedroom window decades ago. Mustafa, who had been a neighbor of this family for decades, nods his head in affirmation of Hassan's story. He did not stay in Zipkin all throughout this latest war. After 18 days living under the bombings, Mustafa, his family and friends were evacuated by a bus sent by other residents who had already fled to Sidon. Hours after their departure, their home was destroyed. Walking through Zipkin is like taking a tour on a Hollywood set. To better understand the extent of this tragedy, imagine that it was your town that was bombed to the ground, including your house and belongings, numerous members of your family, neighbors and friends killed. Here, not even the dead can rest in peace, as this cemetery has been reduced to dust. Scores of civilian casualties, destroyed homes, villages and lives. This is Israel's bitter recipe for southern Lebanon. Sarah Khouri, Future TV, Zipkin.